Welcome to this quick hands-on video course on Facebook monetization. And in this course and in this video, we're going to be giving a brief overview of what we're going to be talking about. Now in this course, we'll be discussing a method of Facebook monetization that you'll be able to implement while at the same time you'll be able to allow it to run without you being present. So in other words, what you're really trying to do is to set up an income stream that will eventually run without you. Now, this means that once you've automated your traffic, you'll be free to replicate this cycle in multiple niches. And what we'll be primarily talking about in this course is executing a content membership inside of Facebook. And as you know, Facebook being a place with a massive amount of traffic, you'll be able to not only utilize the traffic that's already there, but you'll also be able to take advantage of some of the features that Facebook will offer you to be able to put a private membership into motion. Now, the reason we do it in Facebook is, as we said, we don't need any software in order to execute the membership. It's easy to administer, and we'd be able to turn a content schedule over to an outsourcer. And this is really what's important. And one of the things that we'll be talking about inside of the course is interaction. I would imagine that that's what you're going to be concerned about, but you don't have to really be concerned when you're executing a content membership. Now, the most important aspect of this membership strategy is keeping potential members entering in at the top of the funnel. You're going to have a membership and you're going to have people paying on a continual basis. You need to have people that are constantly entering and paying into the membership. Now, most cases, due to the ongoing maintenance, you're probably going to have to pay someone to maintain the membership and maybe even to do some interaction. You'll want to have ongoing income to accompany it. And that's why you're going to want to have people constantly joining in order to justify the expense of having that person to maintain it. However, there are more monetization methods to consider that we're going to be talking about that will allow you to take this membership and even propel your membership even higher. We're going to be talking about putting other products in the funnel that will allow you to justify starting the membership. So as we get into the Facebook monetization method, get ready to start creating your own membership inside of Facebook. If you've never created a membership site before, you've never had a content membership, you've never had a paid membership, you'll be able to do this inside of Facebook because it's so simple for you to be able to execute. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome back to Facebook monetization. And in this video, we're going to be talking about getting fans to opt in to your list on Facebook. And that's obviously the name of the game. And we've titled this purposefully, getting fans to opt in. You've probably got a number of ways to create fans. Either maybe you have strategies on getting new fan pages and getting fans to opt in. You've already got your niche. But now what we need to do is we need to get those fans, people who are already attached to you on Facebook, to opt into your list. Your objective is to get those individuals to find what you're looking to give them as necessary and exciting enough that they're going to consider your opt-in a no-brainer. So when you are really paying attention to what it is that they're posting about, paying attention to the things that they're discussing on your fan page, you want to use that in order to create your opt-in bribe. And you want to try to move users onto an opt-in list even if they are already fans. They're going to be easier and less distracted when they're on your list when they get your sales messages. So even though you have maybe hundreds and maybe even thousands of fans, getting those fans onto an opt-in list will really help you to propel your income even more so than if they are fans on your fan page. Now, if possible, you should remove at least one step from the process by not having your visitors leave Facebook in order to opt in. And that means that, you're going to have some of the paid tools available that will allow you to create that opt-in on Facebook itself so that people can go to your fan page and opt into your list. There is at least one that is free. And in order to do that, you're going to need to create a form from your autoresponder and then add it to your fan page. Now, as a matter of fact, you're going to find that both Aweber and GetResponse have Facebook apps that will allow you to create your autoresponder, connect your autoresponder to your fan page. Let's take a look at those right now. This is going to be a fairly simple process of being able to go to the app page and really then just go through the steps. You've got a link there inside of your PDF, and what you want to do is you want to go to that link. It's going to bring you to this page that looks like this, and then you're going to click Add App to Page. And when you get there, it's going to be as simple as adding this app to one of your Facebook pages and adding an actual tab. That tab then will be part of your sign up here on the left side. You'll need to go there to actually start to set this up. And when you're going through the configuration process, Aweber is going to have you verify your account, and then you'll be able to go in and actually set up your form. The process is pretty much the same inside of GetResponse. You're going to go to the app that's on the GetResponse page. You're going to click Add to Fan Page. You're going to add the fan page tab. Once it's on your fan page, you'll need to configure it. And what GetResponse will require you to do is to put in your GetResponse API key in order for you to log into your account and have your account talk to GetResponse. And what you're doing in both of those cases is you're allowing people to actually opt into your account without having to go to another page in order to opt into your list. To physically get people onto your opt-in list on Facebook, one strategy mentioned by GetResponse is to offer a form-gated resource to your Facebook page, or in other words, you want to make sure that there's content that if you give it away, the only way they're going to be able to get that content is if they opt into your list. And even though the like gate is no longer available, there is the opportunity to place a content gate so that when your content is there, the only way that people will be able to get it is to trade something with you. Now, there are applications and companies that do allow you to be able to do that. Here are some of the apps that can help you. There is Wishpond. This is obviously a paid resource, but you can sign up for an account here at Wishpond. There's also the site TabSite, which will allow you to do pretty much the same thing. It's a paid application that you will be able to use on Facebook to do applications like the Content Gate. There is the website ShortStack, which will allow you to get started with a free trial. And then there is also the application, which is a little more well known among internet marketers, PageModo. And obviously what you're trying to do is you're only going to provide your best content when you do this. So you want to make it so that it's an absolute no-brainer for the person to want to opt in, to want to give them your email address. And you're not going to just be able to just put up resale rights material or just something that is an afterthought. You want to make sure that it's a pain point. You want to make sure that it's something that people really want in order to do something to change their life in some way. Now, the other thing that you can do in terms of increasing the opportunities that you have for opt-ins, and this is obviously covered in a number of marketing guides, is the call to action button on Facebook. And Facebook gives you that opportunity on every fan page, and it's pretty clearly marked. You're just going to click the create call to action button there. And you've got a number of choices. You can have people watch a video. You can have a contact us button. For the most part, you can use the contact, or you can have your sign up button there. That's typically what you're going to use. And you can have people sent to an application, but you can also have people sent to an app. Okay, and you can do all that inside of the call to action button so that people will go to your opt-in page. Now, one of the less obvious and probably final things, and something that every marketer should be doing, especially if they want to do business on Facebook, is to make sure that even as people come in contact with your business in any way, you want to make sure that as soon as they get a free product or they get something from you, that you invite them to like your Facebook page right after they log in, right after they get to anything that you have to do, whether it's your coming in contact with your book or your business card, your publication or blog post. always add people, always ask people to like your Facebook page, because again, it is the first step to being able to get them into the top of your funnel so that you can then invite them into your email marketing list. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook Monetization Strategies, and in this video we're going to be talking about the main subject of this course, which is creating a recurring membership, and that is the main monetization method that you're going to build around in order to create not only a funnel but also to be able to create multiple streams or multiple niches of internet marketing income. Now, one of the benefits of using Facebook as your recurring membership source is, of course, you won't have to worry about the membership site software. And of course, your content is yours. You will want to make sure that your content is backed up, and but for the most part, there really is no downside to operating your membership on Facebook. You are going to be able to keep it only to members. Now, that does mean that there is a slight trade-off. There isn't much that you can do in the way of automating their entry into the membership when they pay. So you will have to have a process in order to get them in, a manual process where you will admit and delete them if they stop paying. And of course, you will want to have this handled with an outsourcer, and making sure that the income that you're generating covers the work that they're going to be doing in order to get people in and outside of the membership. Now, there are 5 elements to consider when creating your membership or your mastermind, and these are very important for you to kind of think through. We're actually going to be going over at least one of these, but these are the things that you will want to consider as you create your Facebook recurring membership. First, will your subject matter or your niche support a Facebook membership? Now, we're going to go over this in some detail in the next video, but you do have to think through whether or not people are going to be willing to pay to be part of a community to get information. And that really means then that the information that you are putting into this membership has to be a pain point. It has to be something that people really are looking forward to trying to accomplish. And probably the second is related. Is what are you going to include in there? You know, how is it going to help your business? In other words, if this is going to be a content membership and you want to make sure that this is something that you can deliver without having to be there, you want to make sure that it adds to the income and the revenue generation of your business. So if you have a membership that's of sufficient size, and you have to have it's staffed by someone longer than, let's say, maybe a few or an hour a day, it may not necessarily be profitable. You want to make sure that you set the membership up in terms of what you're going to be giving to your members. Is going to be so self-explanatory that all they've got to do is to follow your steps, and that you're delivering the content through the membership. You don't want to have something that requires your presence, that requires a lot of work, that again will keep you from generating income in other areas because it won't be worth your time. So it's got to help your business. It's got to enhance your business to be able to create this membership. And getting a recurring fee is not enough to create something that's going to require you and tie you down in terms of your ability to generate income elsewhere. What should you charge for your membership? Now, this is going to be pretty important for the most case internet marketing products where you have members that are used to paying between $7 and $27. You don't want to charge any more than that. Of course, if you're going to be present in any way, that's going to raise the stakes. That's going to raise the amount that you should charge for the membership. If you're going to be doing weekly webinars, you're going to be doing lots of contact, you're going to be doing lots of moderation, you're turning it into a coaching program, the more of your personal time that you're putting into this membership, the more you want to charge. And in general, when you start talking about generating, or you start talking about putting in an hour or two of your personal time, giving personal contact, you're probably moving up in price to about $97 when you start talking about personal contact. If your contact is impersonal and group in orientation, and even probably semi-personal, then you're probably talking about something along the lines of $37, maybe $27 on down to $9.97 or $9.95. What are you going to deliver to the members? Are you going to deliver video content, audio content, PDFs? What is the primary mode of delivery? And when you're talking about a Facebook membership, the minimum you ought to be doing is going to be videos. So you should be doing videos. You can also add companion audios for them to download, but at minimum, you should be delivering videos unless you're going to be doing live sessions or webinars or live coaching. And even then, you need to be putting the replay inside of your membership. Fifth, managing the membership. What is it going to take for you to manage the membership? And again, a membership that requires a lot of your personal time has to be, you've got to ask either more money, or you should be really looking for an outsourcer to do it. So this should be a simple thing to administer. So we're not talking about something where you're going to be in there doing lots of discussion. If you go in there once a day in order to have some discussion with your members, that's one thing. But we're not talking about something that's going to require all of your time in order to manage the subscription. And these are the things that you do want to think through as you start your membership, because they're going to determine what it is that you're going to actually be able to achieve in terms of success. And remember, your goal is to set up multiple memberships, multiple streams, so that again, you can do this over and over again, set up multiple funnels for you to be able to create income streams that don't require your everyday presence. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back to Facebook monetization strategies, and in this video we do want to spend a little time and talk about one of the 5 things you want to be considering when you do your recurring membership. And we talked about the fact that one of the questions we have to answer is, will your subject matter support a membership inside of Facebook, or any membership for that fact? And it's probably the most important thing to determine before you start a membership. And you want to decide on what audience you want to really attack. What market do you really want to go into? And will that market support the fact that you're asking people to pay monthly? You need to have some evidence that people are going to pay on a regular basis for information in a certain subject area. And that's not too hard to find. And you just need some basic information. And, when you think about this, you want to be as specific inside of the niche as you can. Being general about the niche is not going to help you. You really do have to determine how deep you're going to go inside of the niche. And that's what this little exercise is going to take you through, so that you can determine a membership where people are going to pay gladly in order to get the information that you're going to be delivering to them. And you want to first, and this is probably pretty important outside of the internet marketing niche, determine if there's already a magazine about the subject matter. Determine at what level in the niche that there's a magazine content. So in other words, you want to determine, and I use this as an example, not that this is a real situation, but if you think about this, there are probably a lot of people who are interested in being accountable in terms of weight loss. But weight loss is way too general. If you think about that, you want to think about this in a different way. And so you want to think about the depth at which people are going to be willing to pay on a regular basis. Now, one of the places where we can determine that at that second level of depth is whether or not there's a magazine on it. Can you go to Amazon or magazines.com and determine that there is a magazine on that subject matter? Certainly there is weight loss all over the place, but what about that more specific or deeper second level of information? Going to magazines.com or onlinenewspapers.com will help you to determine, well, here are people who are paying and willing to get content on a regular basis. Now, you want to determine also, are there products and services on Amazon, on eBay, and even on ClickBank for the niche you're talking about? What level are the best-selling products? Are the best-selling products at weight loss? Or are the best-selling products, as we talked about, at a deeper level? Let's say that we were talking about weight loss and we wanted to start thinking about something even more specific, like the Atkins diet. Well, certainly there are books, there are products on Amazon or eBay or ClickBank on the Atkins diet, but we're talking about a membership where people are going to be willing to pay. And if we can, we might even want to go one level deeper, where we're talking about how can you do the Atkins diet on a budget. That might even be better, where people are going to be willing to pay, because people can get that general information. They're probably getting that general information in forums, but really delving deep into the topic area will help you to be able to determine whether or not your paid membership is really going to take root. Now, the other thing you want to determine is whether or not your niche is supported by Google and Google Trends. Now, what do we mean by that? We want to go into Google Trends, and we just want to get a sense for what the trend line looks like for our subject matter. And going into Google Trends will allow you to be able to do that and to really be able to see over a recent period of time what is really happening inside of your subject. Now, when we get inside of Google Trends, what we're going to do is we are going to then just kind of type in our subject matter here. And we see a popular term. We're going to go ahead and look at that, at the Atkins diet. And what you're going to find is Google Trends is going to give us some information about the trend line. It's going to talk about what kind of searches are being done for this subject matter in Google. And you can see that since, let's say, 2005, the searches have been down, but we want to look at that in a little more context. So we try to come within the last 12 months to determine, are we looking at something that people are just not interested in? And as you can see, the interest in search is pretty general. The other thing that we want to do is we want to go into areas and we want to start looking at related searches that Google will tell us. These are the searches that people are doing that may take us into that second and third level of depth. So we can tell here at the very least that this is a subject matter that's supported by Google Trends. We can look at it as something that people are actually searching for. It's not on the it's not on the downward track. We can expect that people are going to be interested in this subject matter as they have been looking for information on it inside of Google. Of course, the more specific we can get our subject matter into that search bar in Google Trends, the better off we're going to be. Now, we talked about this before. We want to make sure that the niche is a pain point or a goal motivator. It really needs to be something strong that motivates people to take action enough to go and buy an information product, to come and get something. And if they're willing to buy an information product, they're willing to get in and have discussion with people, they're willing to do things that require them to be accountable. Those are the kinds of things that work well inside of Facebook memberships, and where people can have discussion with others about what it is they're doing and what it is they're experiencing. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.